a bit about Arbitrum. So when you're using Ethereum, I feel like a lot of people who started off, they would learn about Ethereum, right? Because it's a second coin that people look into after Bitcoin. But when you
Right.
actually explore Ethereum, it feels like uh, it feels like this is a term I'm using to explain to crypto beginners as well. Like when you're using Ethereum, it feels like you're going to a toilet, right? And then that toilet has only one door, and then when you open that door in, there's so many shit in not literal shit, but there's so many things in that toilet, right?
Mm,
There's urinals, there's a toilet, there's a sink, and you know people who use this toilet have to wait on a queue, and it's like you're using
that's
this
a really
toilet.
interesting
Yeah,
analogy. Okay,
you poop,
okay.
you want to poop, right? So you poop, but any other people who want to pee, they have to wait for you to poop. And I feel like this is the same experience with with Ethereum
What
in
the
terms of,
hell is going on? Okay, okay.
yeah, people have to wait for a very long time for
I
transaction to go
definitely
through.
agree. It's a very
Yeah,
interesting analogy that you're making. It's like it speaks me.
yeah, and then people have to pay a lot of gas fees, like in toilet, maybe like cleanup fees or whatever. Like it's
Yes.
the experience is not that great for people who want to try out something new. I mean, the
Mm,
chain is great, right? Very robust security, one of the best. That's why we have layer twos, rollups, or scaling, solutions like Arbitrum, where like using the same analogy, like if, with Ethereum, you only have one door. Maybe like with Arbitrum, you just connect the door to only urinal and then put in sort of a blockade between, urinals and toilet and sink for, people with specific purpose. You can just go to, if you want to pee, you just go to pee, right? Uh, like pee safely and securely, I guess.
yes.
So I guess
Yes.
Arbitrum provided that experience, which, leads to people paying lesser gas fees, and then people, if you pee, right, it's usually very quick, and you pee fast, transaction goes in fast. There are thousands of things that can be built on top of that, which is why I think DeFi innovation is really prominent in Arbitrum, just
Right.
because of our general experience. And also, like, this great experience usually invites a lot of people onto the platform. That's why you see like all the metrics there: daily active users, really active users, TVL, is just scaling every single day. Despite the op air drop, happened, I think a week and a half or 2 weeks ago. Um, like the TVL hasn't really dropped that much. I think right now it's like 2.2 something billion in TVL.
Yeah, it's like 2.2 billion. Yeah,
Yeah. So yeah, and for me, right, the main reason why I came
that's an
into
amazing
Arbitrum.
analogy, actually. I've never heard. No, 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 I'm being serious. Like, it's like, yeah, like the behind your degen kind of analogy. Like, I really do feel like there's like a fundamental thesis there, where you're absolutely right. Ethereum is very, it's very not beginner friendly because first there's so many options when you open that door, and then
Yeah,
secondly those options doesn't necessarily translate to very smooth kind of executed options. It's very bulky, it's costly,
yeah,
you really got to know what you're doing, right? Whereas Arbitrum, kind of simplifies it a little bit. It's like, it's fast, right? It's
yeah,
a pure money market that is, just geared for money market and trading, and dipping in and out of certain tokens and things like that, right? And like a lot of the ecosystem and products that are built, we'll get into that, but I think in Arbitrum are also geared towards that as well. So
yeah,
yeah, thanks
yeah,
for the analogy, man. That's brilliant, actually.
yeah. Thanks, thanks, thanks. Yeah. And yeah, just to jump from that topic, right? Because of all of this experience, I think that's why blue chips protocol started, migrating or started building on Arbitrum. One of the prime example that you provided was GMX, right? Was one of the major perpetual decentralized exchange that has
Mm,
established itself on Arbitrum and scaled from there. And I
yeah.
think with GMX success on Arbitrum, other protocols feels like, oh, we want to do the same. We want to build, we want to utilize the same infrastructure, and also build off of the sort of community base or user base that have come into Arbitrum and use GMX. So I think that's why
Right.
we see so much innovation and so many protocols building in the space. Yeah.